There he is, the mighty king of the Gallic people, the king of Gaul. The mighty king has been busy indeed assembling a massive Gallic army, which comprises of a huge number of Gallic cavalry, which he hopes to use to encircle my army today and crush us soundly. And though his cavalry pose the biggest threat, at the core of his army are fierce warriors. Some are sword and shield wielding, some have spears. All are fierce warriors and very dangerous to our allegiance. Opposing him, I have assembled my Roman army. At the core of my army, I have my legionary soldiers. They are formed into a line in order to absorb the bulk of his army's charge. The way I plan to trick the Gallic warlord is by using my spear triarii units, which I have placed at each end of my battle formation in order to deal with his cavalry. Just in case the Gauls do break through my line anywhere, I have a single unit of elite principes in the back just to deal with that and fill in any gaps that may be formed in my lines. Not that I plan to let that happen. And now I wait to spring the trap. I have my cavalry as bait at the ends, which I plan to pull back once he sends his cavalry into charge, but he is cautious and has not done that yet. His infantry does get pretty close here to my cavalry, and I go ahead and decide to pull them back. But luckily for me, his cavalry does pursue, and I'm able to trap his cavalry with my triarii just as I planned. So now he has to face heavy triarii soldiers with spears and my cavalry. I did go ahead and pull my cavalry back on this end because I thought they were about to charge on that end, but they didn't. And we just slaughtered his cavalry over here. In the center, my heavy infantry doing exactly as I need them to, my legionaries holding them off and even winning the engagement. Here, some of his cavalry make themselves vulnerable. I'm charging in my triarii and my cavalry in order to quickly deal with them. We sandwich them in and just slaughter them. So he did bring in superior cavalry numbers than me in this battle, and my counter tactic did work. So not only did we actually win in the center, but we were able to crush his cavalry with heavy infantry, spear infantry. Here he makes the mistake of charging my infantry with cavalry unit, and there he goes, the king himself, killed in battle. Still, most of my army is intact, while most of theirs at this point is fleeing. Some of his cavalry is turning back to face us, but we are readying ourselves to deal with that, and the battlefield is littered mostly with the corpses of the Gallic army. Because I didn't let him use his cavalry to crush mine in the beginning of the battle like he hoped to, I still have my cavalry to use to just clean up the rest of what remains of his army that still stands. Here's his general's bodyguard unit trapped and being hit by javelins and projectiles. So as you can see, the entire Gallic army is now running away. We won the battle. We inflicted 1,110 casualties. They only inflicted 232 on us. My plan to use my Triarii spears to crush their cavalry worked, and we won the battle.